Hey y'all. Hmm. Hey y'all. What is going on? I'm sitting here about to tear into some chicken wings and french fries. Woo! Woo! Yeah, I haven't had any chicken wings and french fries, and honestly, I don't know how long. It's gotta be at least over, it's gotta be over 8 months. Hold on, let me pray for a minute, because I cannot eat without saying my prayers. Amen. Okay, so it's been over 8 months since I've had Chinese food, because I honestly try to stay away from it. But today, I really had a taste for it. And I don't get cravings for certain foods that often. But when I do, I have to have it because it's all I think about. Now, when I say cravings, don't none of y'all get into y'all head pregnancy, but excuse me, because that ship has sailed out the door. Ain't nothing coming out of this. I done had 3 babies. Ain't nothing else coming out of this. My husband had a vasectomy in 2005. Because he said, and I quote, "Babe, you've done enough. Your body done went through pregnancies and everything like that, and the morning sicknesses and all this and that." He said, "You're not in this by yourself. I can't ask you to go and get your tubes tied after you done carried the babies for 9 months and gave birth to the babies. It's my turn to step up." I was shocked because most men, "Oh, it's your manhood, it's your manhood." And he's like, "I'm not trying to hear that bullshit." He said, "I'm a man with or without." And he went and did it. And I was shocked, but I was glad because I was going to go get my tubes tied. But when he said that to me, that he didn't want me to go get my tubes tied because he felt like I've done enough, with having the babies, carrying the babies, and all this, that, and the third. He felt that it wasn't fair that I would have to go once again and have something else done to my body. Mind you, we both having the kids, so why am I the only one handling the situation? So he said no. So he went and he had it done in 2005. And I'm glad he did, because like I said, I was gonna go do it, but when he told me no, he's gonna do it, man, you don't know how that made me feel. Because like, and honestly, it shouldn't shock me. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't shock me. It shouldn't shock any woman for a man to step up and say, "Baby, you did enough to your body. It's my turn." It shouldn't be a shock factor. That should be something, honestly, that's normal for a man to say, "I'm going to take on some responsibility." You shouldn't have to be the one to have to put your body through all these different changes when there's 2 of us. So I was glad of that. So, ain't no babies coming through here. So, yeah, but, I've been trying to stay away from the debates with Biden and Trump. Because honestly, I feel like Trump is going to win. Now, mind you, I don't want him to win. And it hurts my heart to even think about it, but I have a feeling he's going to win. And from what I was being told from my husband and a few of my family members about his last debate with Trump, and I heard something about, somebody said his wife had to come and get him. And they said that at some point he wasn't really making any sense. And like his words was muffled, and it was like he couldn't get his thoughts together. And I'm like, when I heard that, I was like, somebody told me that Trump had said, I don't even think he knows what he's saying. I can't stand Trump, but when I heard that he said that to Biden, I started cracking up. But I know last time when Trump was president, a lot of these prejudiced people got real indignant, and they started getting really bold out here. They started getting real bold because they feel like Trump is for them. And honestly, I believe that Trump is racist, not to the point of, the KKK or the skinheads, not to that extent, but because I see him interacting with black people at times, so I don't think he's that prejudiced. I mean, I know there's some people say, oh, you're either prejudiced or you're not. No, I do believe that there's a difference. There's some prejudiced people that will tolerate black people or Spanish people. They'll tolerate us, but they're not going to have us in their house. They're not going to break bread with us and stuff like that unless it suits them or it benefits them. Like, if Trump thought that him sitting down with Martin Luther King would benefit him in the long run, would get black people votes, then he would sit down and break bread with Martin Luther King. But will he break bread with somebody that can't benefit him, a black person? No, I don't believe so. I believe the only way he would do it is if it benefit him. And I think for that reason, a lot of prejudiced white people will tolerate black people. They will tolerate us because we're a benefit to them. Because right now you have a lot of black people that are, voting for Trump, and they're in the audience and in the crowd with all these Trump people, and they're wearing the hats right along with them. So they tolerate us because they need us. They need our vote. But as soon as he's in office, watch how things change. The same people that would stand with us for Trump is going to turn against us once Trump is in office, because they have no need for us anymore. But the crazy thing about him is our black people are so ignorant and blinded, and they're so happy to be accepted that they're willing to sacrifice their legacy, their history, and everything just to be a part of what they got going on. And that's crazy. When I watch them, I be looking at them saying to myself, you are so blinded and so desperate to be accepted by these racist people that you're willing to stab your people in the back. You willing to go against anything that makes sense. You willing to go against your history and all of that just to be accepted. I ain't never wanted to be accepted by anything that bad that I would go against my history of what we've been through, my dignity, and all things logical just to be accepted. I don't know. Well, I kid you not. Watch how things change. If he wins, once they get him in office, watch how things change. I mean, look what has already happened since he's been in office. When in the history of presidents have you ever known any group of people that would that ever attacked the White House, the what building is that they attacked? The Capitol. And when have you ever known in the history of presidents, have you ever known what happened when Trump was in office to have happened? Never. And he was all for it. He loved it. He loved every minute out. He loved to see all of those people willing to sacrifice their freedom and everything for him. It was like watching something from a movie, something that you would never think that would ever happen in this time. I couldn't believe it when I seen it. They had on the grounds, they had a loose, if that's what you call it, a loose hanging. And black people are, yeah, Trump for president, Trump's number one. And these people had a loose. What do you think that means? You see, I know black people seeing these things. When he was in office, he had Spanish Mexican babies in cages. And I think one or a few babies died. They took them from their parents and put them in cages. I don't know how any Spanish person, whether you're Spanish, Mexican, whatever, I don't know how any one of y'all could see that and still think that this man is the right man for president. That showed you right there that he could care less about your race, your culture. He don't see you or y'all as humans. To put your kids in cages, that's what you do with animals. Babies in cages, away from their mothers, away from their fathers, crying. Kids dying in cages. But yet, y'all out here voting for this man like he's the second coming or something. You know, they said one day the devil would walk the earth. And followed behind him would be his minions. And I think we're living in that time right now. And these people are walking blinded, not knowing what they're doing. We're going to have 4 years of this man tearing us down. Black people, we're still not where we should be. We're not even close to where we should be in this lifetime. We've come far. We've come far. But we're still behind. They ain't gonna let us get but so far. They ain't gonna let us, they're not gonna let us stand next to them or in front of them. They're gonna try their best to find a way to keep us behind them. No matter how high we come up, they're gonna make sure we never stand next to them or surpass them. And we might come up to us, it might look like we came up. And we, from where we was back in the days, we did come up. But they ain't gonna let us go but so far. Anyway, I don't know, y'all. I just see a lot of trouble. Come in. Yeah. That was my granddaughter. Anyway, she asked because she used the ketchup, because we usually pour the ketchup for her because she always gets it all over the place, because I always buy the big jars, and when she hold it and she squeezes it, it spreads. But because I'm talking to y'all, I told her to go ahead. I'll just clean it up once I finish. But yeah, anyway, that's what I think about what's going on. I think they're gonna do whatever they can to prevent Biden from winning again. And to some extent, honestly, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. To some extent, I do think Biden needs to retire. Because if it was as bad as everybody said it was the other day, I do believe he should retire. And maybe Camilla could step in. But honestly, I don't even think she's ready to be president. Honestly, don't. Honestly wish Barack would have came back in. But I think he said 8 years was enough for him. He's done. I think they said that Barack had said he would never throw his hat back in for presidency. He did his 8 years and back to back, and he's done. You know, I just wish, even if it wasn't Barack, I wish somebody was there to challenge Trump. I wish somebody would have been there outside of a Biden to challenge him, but we don't have anybody. Who do we have? Like, really, who do we really have that we think that could run this country. I don't know. I heard something about The Rock was going to run for president. Oh, I mean, shoot. If Trump could run, then freaking why not? Why not The Rock? At least he's a lot younger, and he don't seem to take any bull crap from anybody. And he's half black and half Hawaiian. You know, I think his wife is white. You know, so he'd be for everybody. You know, because he's black. He's black and Hawaiian. His wife is white. His child is mixed. So, you know, why not? He's just as good as anybody else. But yeah, I just don't feel in my heart that Biden is gonna win, and it makes me sick to the stomach to think that Trump would be in office again. But I can't see Biden winning after, you know, the debate, from what everybody said. I'm hoping that he just had a bad day. Maybe he was tired, or he didn't take his medication, or I even messed around with the theory that maybe Trump had somebody on the inside slip something in his water or something to make him all loopy. Being that he keeps saying they stole the election from him, I said, well, maybe he did that to give back at them. Maybe they strategized a way to make Biden look incompetent at the debate. Maybe they slipped him something in his water. Maybe he had somebody working for him on the inside of the White House that slipped him something to make him all loopy. And my husband was like, you know, you could be right. Sometimes they have plants. They plant somebody up in there to, you know, never know. I said, honestly, if they found out something like that happened, I wouldn't even be surprised. I really wouldn't be surprised, because I think at this point Trump would do anything to win. And I truly believe that he knows that he lost that election, but he doesn't want to admit it to his followers, and I'm gonna tell you why. He don't, because of the margin, because of the percentage of voters that was against him and for Biden. I think he doesn't want to admit to himself or to his followers that people didn't like him as much as he thought they was. He don't want to think that people wanted Biden more than they wanted him in office. He don't want to believe that people hated him that much. He don't want to believe that he could have lost to Biden fair and square because people just did not like him. And there's a lot of people that voted for Biden just on a simple fact that they didn't like Trump. Now, I know that there are people out here that might not really care for Biden, but hate Trump so much that even though they didn't like Biden either, they just hated Trump more than they did Biden, that they voted for Biden. Even if Trump ideas for this country were good, I think that some people hated him so much that even if he had good ideas for this country and all of that, that they would still vote against him on the mere fact that they just hate his guts. Even if he had ways of really turning this country around, I think they would have still voted against him because they just didn't like him. But I just believe that Trump's ego won't allow him to believe that he lost to Biden fair and square. That's why he keeps saying conspiracy and they stole the election. Nobody stole the election. You gave it away. You gave it away with all your stupidity and all the dumb stuff you were saying and making fun of crippled people and mocking people and all this, that, and the third. You never stayed on the issues. Every time you got on stage, all you did was talk down to people and make fun of people. Like, I'm sitting here, that's why I never really watched any debating, and whenever he went to these different states to talk to the people, it was never about the issues and how he plan on making things better for the common people, and he never talked about that. It was always him talking down to people and making fun of people and making fun of Biden and all this, talking about him being good looking and he can dance and he has a full head of hair, and just how well he got along with Putin and this, that, and third. And it was never about fixing the economy, building homes for the homeless and stuff. It was never about anything you really want to know about. It was always about him, his looks, how he can dance, who he knows, how important he is, making fun of crippled people, making fun of Rosie O'Donnell, making fun of anybody that he felt that was against him. And that's all these it was like watching, how when in high school you have the Mean Girls, and the Mean Girls was always the head cheerleader, or they was in the debate team, and they was always the captain of the debate team, and they always had the girls following behind them and doing anything they said. And if you wasn't a part of the it crowd, you wasn't about anything, and they looked you up and down and looked at how you dressed and mocked you and made fun of you. Just like on TV when you see these shows with the mean girls and the popular girls. That's what he reminds me of. He reminds me of those type of girls that are popular, and they look down at anybody that don't have as much money, don't have the name brand clothes, if their hair is not like theirs, and he's a mean girl. He's a mean girl, because I don't know of any real man that acts like him. He acts like a spoiled rich girl, a very, very spoiled rich girl that has nothing better to do with herself than flaunt her wealth and make fun of people that don't have as much money as they do. That's what he puts me in mind to. But anyway, yeah, but I do believe he's a racist, but I think he's a racist that tolerates blacks if it benefits him. That's what I believe. But you can't be any kind of black now. You can't be any kind of black. You got to have some money. Now, he'll go out here, and if he have a supporter that is black, he'll walk up, he'll hug them, but it's all for show. I guarantee he probably burns his suits after he finished hugging them. Once he gets in, goes home, burn that suit, or put it in the cleaners, or whatever. I just feel that you have some racists that will tolerate certain things to get what they want. There's some racists that don't care what the black man can do for them. They don't want a black man in their presence, around them, crossing the street, in their neighborhood, in the same restaurant, in the same gym, in the same grocery store. There's some races that don't tolerate black people whatsoever. I don't care what they can do for them. They don't want them around. There's some people out here that's so racist that if they was dying and only organ they can get that would save their life came from a black person, they would rather die. It's crazy. So I do believe he's racist. I just believe he's a tolerant racist. He tolerates us because it benefits him in the long run. But anyway, y'all, I just ranted on. And let me know what y'all think about what I said about Trump. What do y'all think? Do y'all think that I'm right about, you know, as far as him being a racist that tolerates blacks to get what he wants? He tolerates blacks. He tolerates some Spanish. I don't know. To me, it seems to me like he tolerates blacks more than he does Hispanics and Mexicans and stuff like that. To me, it's like he just has a dislike for Spanish and Dominican and Puerto Ricans. To me, that's, I don't know, I could be wrong, but to me, it seems like he really dislikes them. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. But let me know what y'all think, because I've never heard of him putting any black people in cages or their babies in cages and stuff, but he did that with Mexican babies and stuff. So, I don't know, he's always talking about getting a higher border so so Mexicans can't come into this country and stuff like that. Believe me, I guarantee you, and this is the last thing I'm going to say about this subject, but I guarantee you, if he come into office, he's going to reverse that whole thing with Biden allowing Mexicans to come over into this country and find housing. Guarantee he's either going to reverse it or he's going to stop it, to where whoever came over here, that's already over here, he might leave it alone, but he's going to stop it to where no one else is coming. Believe me, because I guarantee you, that's one of the things that Biden did that he truly don't agree with, because he was trying to get a border up, a higher border up, to keep them from coming over here in the first place. So the fact that Biden signed something, whatever, to allow them to come over here, he's going to try to find a way to reverse that. And if he can't reverse it, he's going to try to stop it altogether, to where whoever's already over here, it's going to stop there. He won't allow more to come over. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because since they've been coming over, it's been a lot of stuff going on. I heard that they killed a cop or something like that, and there have been a lot of gang activity with the newcomers and a lot of stuff. So I don't know. It could have been people that's already been here all this time and just, you know, I don't know. This is what I've been hearing on the news and stuff like that, that it's been the people that has been coming over from whatever. But I guarantee you that's going to be one of the things he does. If he winds up in office again, that's going to be one of the things that he do, is stop them from coming over. He's going to reverse whatever Biden did. He's going to reverse that. Mark my words. You'll hear about it. I guarantee you. But anyway, y'all like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, give me a thumbs up, comment below, let me know, what do you think about this whole presidency thing? What do you think about the debate? Was Biden as bad as I've been hearing? Was he that bad, or did they exaggerate it? And do you think that former President Trump is going to win the election and wind up in office this year? And If so, what do you think is going to happen with this, with the whole world and our country? What do you think is going to happen with race relations? What do you think is going to happen with the Mexicans coming over from, do you think he's going to reverse it? I would like to know, because I'm really curious. I really am curious, because I know I can't be the only one thinking that if he get into office, it's going to be a shit show. I really believe it's going to be a shit show if he get into office. Watch the racism that is going to escalate when he gets into office. Right now, it's like simmering, but they can't wait. They want him in office so bad because they want to show out. Remember, when he was in office, you see the racism rose. Now, all the racists was coming out. They wasn't hiding no more. They was coming out because they figured Trump wasn't going to stop them. Trump was going to let them do what they do. When Trump lost the election and Biden came in, you seen a drop in the racist crimes that was going on. They thought Trump was going to win last election, so they was doing all kinds of craziness. When Biden won, you just saw a drop in the racist stuff that was going on. It's crazy. Watch how it picks back up. Mark my words. Watch how it picks back up. Anyway, y'all, enough of that. Let me know what y'all think. Share me out with your friends and your family, y'all. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, this, that, and the third. Y'all know what to do. Y'all know what to do. Hit that notification bell so you always know when I have a video coming up. And like I said, be blessed, stay blessed, y'all. Till I see y'all again, till I speak to y'all again. I'm out. Peace.